Nick Kristof has a piece in the New York Times. It was published yesterday, Saturday the 15th. It is entitled, Elon Musk said no one has died since aid was cut. That isn't true. He's speaking about USAID, USAID, an agency that had an annual budget of somewhere around 6.2 to 6.3 billion dollars that provided foreign aid around the world to the world's poorest people. And when Donald Trump was inaugurated and Elon Musk started doing his thing, the first thing that Elon Musk and Doge went after was USAID, which provided this aid to the poorest people around the world. Elon Musk and his Doge bags have pretty much totally destroyed USAID with the blessing of our new Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. And Elon Musk said, no one's going to die from any of this stuff. We're tired of sending billions of American tax dollars around the world. And I'll come back to this point in a second. This agency is an example of America's soft power around the world, as opposed to hard power, like military. Come back to that in a moment. There have been exhaustive studies done now, and the point of Nick Kristof's article is to provide that data. Over the next year, it is estimated that 1.65 million people in the world's poorest countries will die from AIDS without this American funding. It is estimated that 500,000 of the world's poorest people will die for lack of vaccines, contracting diseases that would have otherwise been preventable. Roughly 550,000 of the world's poorest people will die of starvation for lack of funding for American food aid. And remember, there was, I don't know, $500 million worth of food from American farmers that is still rotting on a ship in Houston because Elon cut the funding. Roughly 290,000 of the world's poorest people will die from malaria that would otherwise have been prevented with American funding. And roughly 310,000 people will die from tuberculosis. So that's roughly somewhere around 3.2 to 3.3 million people, the world's poorest people in the world's poorest countries, who will die over the next year because of what Elon Musk, his Doge boys, and Donald Trump and Marco Rubio did to USAID in terminating the funding, in terminating their expenditures, and in disbanding and terminating that agency. 3.2 million of the world's poorest people in the world's poorest countries are going to die because of a couple of billionaires. Fuck every single person who voted for Donald Trump. All the way, man.